Hey guys, this is Yasser and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to discuss the different sports drinks and energy drinks out in the market, which ones are good, which ones are not, which ones you should be taking and which ones you should be avoiding at all costs. The first one, Gatorade. I give it a 4 on 10. It's not the greatest drink out there. This one, according to its nutritional value, has around 41% sugar. That's a lot of sugar if you're not an athlete, and even if you're an athlete, the insulin spike is going to be high. I would probably suggest, let's say, drinking it at halftime between a very heavy game, but I wouldn't go for it. I'll give it a 4 on 10. Next on the list, which I actually do prefer, is the Gatorade. It's a lighter version of the Gatorade. According to the nutritional stats, its sugar component is very low, considerably. It's around 21%. One thing I actually like about it is the amount of sodium it has. Sodium, potassium, even magnesium, as a matter of fact. For once you sweat, you lose a lot of sodium and chloride, and you need these micronutrients in your energy drink to replenish and actually rehydrate. The reason I actually do like a bit of sugar for my athletes to take in the middle of game or at halftime or any period of time where they exert themselves is because if your muscle glycogen really gets depleted. So sugar really gives you that energy that's required to go on. I would not suggest this drink if you're really sweating because of the sugar content in it. For those, there are better options. BioSteel. I did like it at some point. The only thing I'm not too fond of is it has no sugar content and they use stevia to flavor it, give it the sweet taste of it. Natural sweeteners are fine. Let's say for general population it's good, but if you take too much of it, I don't think you should be taking too much of it anyway. I would give it a solid 4 on 10 again. It does not have enough sodium to my liking. It has a decent amount of magnesium. Potassium is also there, but what I could do with this is probably add a little teaspoon of pink salt. But if you sweat a lot, it's okay, but not at half times of games. Red Bull. If you have it, throw it. It's a piece of garbage. It's absolute shite. This gets minus 10 on 10 for me. I mean, I've seen some athletes use it when I was playing back in the day. I do not prefer it. I really don't understand the hype behind it. Avoid it. My personal favorite, coconut water. Now you can get if you live in a place where you can actually get tender coconut directly from the source, perfect. If not, you do get organic coconut water. One thing coconut water has is it has low sugar, depending on what coconut it is. You will see it's written no added sugar in this one. Although sugar addition is sometimes helpful depending on how much exertion you have, but nothing beats natural. What I do is add a teaspoon of pink salt, which increases the amount of sodium in it. The best thing it has is potassium, magnesium. It is all good, all natural. When you go into the market, you'll see different kinds of coconut waters. Some will have higher sugar content, some will have lower sugar content. It depends on what time you should take them is what makes it good for you. So if you have, let's say, I have this one from Thirsty Buddha. It has 12% sugar in it, whereas this one from Kirkland, Costco, has 7% sugar in it. Given that they're different sizes, but in terms of percentage value, that never changes. But coconut water is the way to go. Other things on the market, for example, the Noon. These are very good effervescent electrolyte tablets. Again, the component is nice. If you sweat a lot, this is good. But again, any sports drink, they do not have enough sodium in it because that's the most you lose. Again, if I put this in a glass of water, I would definitely add a bit of pink salt to it to increase that sodium intake. Excess sodium will always be flushed out of the system. There is no problem at all. Especially if you're an athlete, you need these things. Now obviously general population rules are different, but this channel is only for athletes over here. But we try to cover the basis so everyone can learn and benefit from it. Now these are some sports drinks that I could find and I'm reviewing it for you. There are some out there that I couldn't find, But some honorable mention: Prime Hydration, not the greatest fan again. The same thing about it, not enough micronutrients in it that is required once you sweat. It's a nice, it's some almost an isotonic drink, very low sugar content in it, but I would give it a good 3 on 10. I'm not a big fan of it. Obviously, no sports drink is perfect in the market. That's why I work with my clients on a one-on-one basis, and I see what is required for them at what point, how much do they sweat, their testing protocols to see how much sodium they're losing, and all those things. So remember, you need to find out what works well for you. I can tell you what is good and what can benefit you, but at the end of the day, you know your body on your own. You need to understand where you stand, and you might have to take help from others to figure it out. That's all good. But if you want to be a good athlete, you have to make sure your hydration is always on point. So no matter what, don't trust whatever everyone on the market says. Do your own research, see what's required. Answers are all out there. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. If you like this video, do give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and you can always write down in the comments if you want me to review anything or speak about a certain topic. Until then, goodbye.